Hey YouTube, it's Dustin. Welcome back to 24/7 Cichlids. Thanks for joining me. If it's your first time, hit the like button, and don't forget to ding the bell for notifications if you like my videos and you want to see more. Today is a day I've been waiting for a very long time. I finally got my 300 gallon set up, and I was going to just go over everything that I have done to this tank and the stocking. So let's get to it. Alright, so here's the tank. It's a True View, 8 foot, so it's 8 long this way, 24 deep and 30 tall. I got it used for 500 bucks along with this Trigger Emerald 39 sump, which holds about 40 gallons of water volume. I'm running, like I said earlier, I'm running dual sumps, and I have a eShops, I believe it's the 300, CS 300. Just a disclaimer, this is my first aquarium that is running a sump, so if I'm making any rookie mistakes, please be sure to comment below. I'm learning and I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm definitely not an expert on these. I do like how I can customize everything as far as where I'm gonna put my media, additional chambers for media, how high I want the water level, how easy it is to get in, and just if I wanted to throw carbon in or any kind of chemical filtration, I could just drop it in. If I'm going to remove medications, which typically I don't use unless I really have to, but just in the case, it's very easy. Whereas a canister filter, you got to unscrew everything, go into it, and it's just a pain compared to this. As far as lighting goes, I went with Phoenix 24/7. I like these lights. I think I've noted in all my videos, I always use these lights. I like the 24/7 cycle. They put out more than enough lighting. And honestly, I think the 24/7 cycle leads to natural behaviors with these fish, especially with breeding. I've never been a breeder, but I've been real good at breeding. So I would like to think it's because the lighting is so good. As far as substrate, I did use the Cichlid mix from Carib Sea. These rocks here are base rocks that you would use for corals, but it's you know, got a lot of calcium carbonate, so it'll produce harder water. These plants are all plants from Elite Cichlids. I saw them on Adam C, and I got his promo code. Figured I'd give them a try, and I really like them. You can see how real these things look. Couple wave makers. These are just some Sun. These are the 202Bs, so they're like 3,000 gallon per hour. Plenty of movement. This tank was previously drilled when I got it, so I had to make a bunch of patches. I wasn't happy about it. I'm kind of hiding them, but I'll show you guys just because it is what it is. So I had to patch a huge, this was a 3.5 inch hole because they had 2 of these tanks connected, and then there was another 2-inch hole up here. And a 1-inch down here. This part up here was cracked, so I ended up having, what I figured I'd do is drill a second 2-inch bulkhead hole and use that as my drain. So you can see in the corners I have 2-inch drains on each side, and I drilled 2 1-inch returns in the middle. Pardon me, this camera is not focusing. There we go. All right, so pumps. I went cheap. I don't know if this is gonna bite me in the butt, but this is I went with Sun JDP 10,000s. They have controllers here, which wire in. There's the pumps there. They should be able to do at 100, these are 100 watt DC, 24 volt, as you can see there. They're supposed to do up to 3,000 gallons per hour each at full power. I'm running these at half power. So, and I've tested the system, it's running about 4,000 gallons per hour, which it's really turning the water. I mean, you can see this water, it's been a week. They've been turning up a lot of the sand. I cleaned the sand, but it's still, there's a lot of dust residual left over, as you can see on the leaves. So it's not as clear as it's gonna be in a month or so. For heaters, I went with Phoenix 500 watts. They're the titanium. You can see them down here. And this one's laying down here. So to tie all the power controls together, I got this DJ control switch called the ADJ PC100A. And what it is, it's rocker switches, and then all the plugs plug into the back there. So if I want to turn something off real quick, shut it down, and then easily turn it right back on. System's gonna take a second, reset. These pumps have slow startup, so it doesn't kill the motors, which so far they've been working great. This stand, this is just a custom built stand I did. It's the first big stand I've ever built. It's, you know, I've built little ones over there, but yeah, this, you know, it turned out all right. I'm happy with the way it turned out. I built it a little bigger, which I wanted to do, but probably not as big as I did it. You can see there's a little too much space, but I guess you can never have enough. As far as stocking levels go, these are all the big haps that I moved from my 120 that was in my living room. Gosh, there's 28 fish in here right now. You can see there's my Aristochromis christii, Malawi hawk. He's starting to color up. Buccochromis lepturus yellow. He's just starting to get his blue. There's a Dimidiochromis kawingi. My two favorite that go at it all the time, the Nimbochromis livingstoni and venustus. Right now, the livingstoni is the tank boss, but here's my Phenocylus Tanzania, finally starting to get his chips. Such a cool fish. Cenotilapia rhodesi, Buccochromis spectabilis, deepwater hap. This is a tangerine tiger, Protomelis. I don't know. He's either going through a really weird morph, but he's a good 6 inches and he's got some funky coloring. I don't know. He is fired up right now. He gets a lot lighter when he's more passive, but he is fired up and that's how he looks. So you can see the orange underneath. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this guy or not. I don't know. He is a unique fish, but I'm not sure. Anyways, here's my Malawi trout. This guy is growing. Here's my hand. Oh, he's taken off. He's a good 8 to 9 inches right now. Taiwan reef. Dimidiochromis compressiceps, which he's a good 8 to 9 inches. Here's my Mori. Here's a wild-caught Taniolethrinops. He is just starting to color up once I put him in this bigger tank. This is my VC10. He's always fired up. He's not completely full color, but he's got good color even when he's colored down. This is a Protomelis annectans. He is a rare fish. You don't see too many of these guys in the hobby. He's a gorgeous turquoisey fish. This guy is a Ndui fire blue hap, and he is not colored up right now. When he's colored up, he is a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. He's pushing 6 to 7 inches right now. So he's got a few more inches to grow. I have 2 Imperial Tigris. I got one there and one there. This guy is the dominant one right there. Here's an oddball. I don't typically keep OBs, but this is an OB compressor set, and he's gorgeous. I got him from Josh over at Live Fish Direct as just a little 2-inch fish, and he's really turning out to be a nice fish. Here's a young male sand diver here. This guy has grown a lot. You can see he's just starting to get his color. He's actually colored down right now. Let's see. This gorgeous guy, Protomelis J-Lo Reef. This is probably one of the better looking fish in the hobby. They're getting more common, but still, when I got this guy a year ago, they're kind of new to the hobby. This guy is out of Beantown Aquatics. He's got some gorgeous looking fish. Back here, I have a true fryer eye. You can see his elongated body. He is a good looking fish. Not that fired up, but he's a tough little guy. He's maybe 5 inches right now, but he doesn't mess around. And hiding in the back is the biggest fish in the tank, but he's probably the weakest as far as attitude goes. He tried when we first put him in the tank, but hold on, let me see if I can get a side shot of him. This is the Cadango redfin borley. He is a full, there he is, full 9 inches, but he's just thick. He's a big boy. When I moved him, I was surprised how big he was. Let's see. Oh, I got the good old Red Empress. I'm honestly probably gonna get rid of this guy. He's just, I've had him for a few years now. He's not the look I want out of a Red Empress. He's got a small tail. He doesn't really have the true paddle tail. He's just, I got him from a local fish store, and I don't like his genetics. He's probably an F5, F6. He does not have good lines, so he's probably on his way out. Here's my Autopharynx Tetrastigma. And I believe my last one, which I don't see him, there he is. My Bucuchromis notitania. He's back there. There he is. He is a young male. He eats like a champion. He's about 5 inches right now. And he's gonna be a big boy. He's got a little bit of a bloat. I'm gonna give him a day off. He'll be all right. I do have some new fish coming. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, but I will show you guys when I get those in. They should be here later this week. I'm supposed to be 4-inch plus fish, but we will see how big they are. If they're 5, they'll go in this tank. If not, they'll go in the house in the 120. But all right, I do appreciate you guys watching this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you like the content, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys next time.